More mortgage terms that you need to know about as you're looking to buy a home. I'm Chris Spade at Keller Williams Realty. We're going to talk about 6 new ones coming up. Thanks so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. I'm Chris Spade at Keller Williams Realty, where we work very hard to demystify the real estate buying and selling process by helping you make better decisions, so that way you're not so stressed out or so scared of the unknown. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, also click that little bell so you can be notified every time we drop fresh new content. I sure would appreciate it. And if you're really into boosting my self-esteem, if you would give this video a thumbs up after you're done watching it, I would truly, truly appreciate it. Also, if you leave any comments below, I will be sure to reply to them all. So in our previous video, if you watched it, which is right around here, we talked about the 6 not so scary terms of a loan that you really need to know about. Today we're going to go over more mortgage terms, so that way you know what's happening when the lender is talking to you about those. Credit report and credit score. They're not terribly scary, but you need to know what they are and why lenders use them to help determine your credit worthiness. So what is credit worthiness? Well, it's the lender looking at you to determine how risky it is to borrow you money. So mortgage companies, they dig deep, deep, deep into your credit. They're going to find things that you didn't even know were probably there, and they're going to dig, and then they're going to come back and ask you a lot of questions. Now, credit reports, they collect information on all the loans that you've ever had, your payment history, and how much credit you've been approved for, even if you're not currently using it. Credit scores are given a numerical value anywhere from 300 to 850. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you need at least about a 620 to get a loan on a property. Now, lenders will take a look at your credit score and give a guesstimate as to whether or not you'll be able to make your mortgage payments on time. Remember, mortgage payments are always due on the 1st of the month. They are late on the 16th. Equity. What is equity? Everybody is wondering what that is. Equity is what the current value of your home is now based on when you got the loan. So, for example, let's say you purchased a home for $300,000. You got a condo over in North Park. You bought it for $300,000. Now, if you turned around to sell that condo, you're selling it in today's current market for $450,000. That means you have got $150,000 worth of equity, approximately. There's cost to selling a home, commissions, escrow, title, all that stuff. So that's going to take down a little bit, but let's just say, rough numbers, that's $25,000. That's a little much, but let's just say, for simple math, so you've gone down from $150,000 to $125,000. That $125,000 is what's called your equity. Loan, pre-approval. Let's talk about that for a second. Now, there is a difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification. So what is a pre-qualification? That's basically your lender holding up a mirror to your mouth, you breathing on it, and go, yep, they got a pulse. That's what a qualification is. Basically, a qualification is when you just tell the lender how much money you make, what's your debt that you owe. You just kind of regurgitate numbers. What a pre-approval is where the lender has taken a loan application, they have determined your credit worthiness, they've run your credit score, they've put you through what's called DU underwriting or digital approval underwriting, and in some cases, they've actually gotten you a fully approved underwritten approval. That is what you want. A fully underwritten approval is what other agents are looking for when they're encouraging their clients to take the home off the market and accept your offer. Because an approval is worth nothing unless your credit scores are determined and your application is filled out. What you don't want to do is go shopping without an approval. The reason you don't want to do that is because it could be determined later on through the escrow process that you can't actually purchase the home, and that's not what you want to do. Don't break your heart. The next thing we want to talk about is an origination fee. Now, lenders get paid on the money that you borrow, and it's typically approximately 1% of the overall loan amount. So let's just say, for example, $500,000 is what you're buying this house for. Now you're putting 20% down, so that's $100,000, which means you're getting a mortgage for $400,000. So the origination fee that you're going to pay is on that $400,000, which is typically 1% or $4,000. That's lumped into what's called your closing costs. Keep in mind, when you purchase a home, you not only have your down payment, but you have your closing costs, which are approximately about 2% of the overall purchase price. So that's going to be a big determining factor when you're writing up a mortgage, is what is the origination fee going to be. Rate lock. A rate lock can be determined only after you have an executed contract. So a lender cannot lock your rate until the lender knows where you're purchasing, have all parties sign the contract. So that's why it's important for your real estate agent to get the contract, the executed purchase contract, over to your lender right away. Once that happens, your lender is going to pick up the phone and call you and say, hey, today rates are 2.875. I think we should lock. Now, you can take as long as you want to lock your rate, but keep in mind, interest rates fluctuate on a daily basis. So if you are gambling that interest rates are going to go down and they go up, that's a gamble that you're going to have to take. Now, keep in mind, you've locked in, and depending on the counteroffer, if you're locked in at a certain percentage rate, that cannot change. So you want to make sure that you lock your loan as soon as possible. Underwriting. Underwriters, oh, they are the bane of every real estate agent's existence and most loan officers, and that is because they are literally going through every single piece of paper you have given them, and they are making sure what you have reported is actually the truth. If they find any discrepancies, they can add on more what's called conditions to satisfy the lender, because what ends up happening is once you buy a house, they package you up and they say this person is an A, B, or C client, and they go and they sell it on the secondary market, so that way they just become the servicer of your loan, so that way they can loan more money. So the underwriter is scrutinizing everything at the last second. Once the underwriter signed off on everything, then you get your clear to close. If you have any questions on any mortgage terms whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me. I can help you out, or I can direct you to a very good loan officer. Feel free to reach out to me at 619-818-2992. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.